Hi, my name is Richard Crawford, host of Supply and Demand, an enlightening webcast show where we delve into the dynamic world of the global supply chain, where we navigate through the complexities, disruptions, and innovations that shape this vital network of interconnected businesses. From sourcing raw materials to delivering finished products, we'll uncover the challenges that arise at each stage and explore the strategies for optimizing efficiency and sustainability. And each week, we'll highlight and discuss a specific supply chain event. Now, this week, my co-host Kareem Kafuri has boots on the ground and is attending the Home Delivery World 2024 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Hey, Kareem, how are you, buddy? I know it's a little
Hey, Richard, how you doing? I'm here in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia at the Home Delivery Show. It's an excellent show, and I'm here with my good friend again, Mr. Bill Catania with OneRail. We had obviously a great time together back in Manifest, if you remember, and I'm just excited to be here with him and kind of talk a little bit about OneRail and what's going on at the show and what's new in your world over there. Everything going all right?
Well, I realize I'm going to have to shout at you guys so you can hear me, because I know you're at the event and I can hear you easily, but I know you've got a lot of stuff going on in the background. And I want to know where, last time I talked to Bill, he wasn't that tanned. So where's he been? Somewhere fun, I hope.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's a little loud over here. It's just the show. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But, now that we're here, maybe we'll ask Bill a little bit. He can tell us sort of the things that are going on in his world, right?
Yeah. The first thing I want to ask him, Kareem, you didn't hear me say this because I know I'm having to shout, but I want to know, the last time I met Bill, he didn't have that good of a tan. So where did he get his tan? Has he been somewhere fun?
Oh, he was asking you. He says that you're looking really tan these days. Where you been? You've been somewhere fun? What have you been up to?
It's probably just blood pressure. No, so we moved about a year ago, August, and we're on lake now.
Okay.
Now we don't have a boat yet.
Okay.
But I do get more sun than I had because we have a pool. So
Understood.
getting more sun. I'm outside more.
Yep.
Not doing 18 hours in the house anymore.
And it's that time of year, right? The seasons are changing. It's beautiful weather. So
right.
He's hanging by the pool, basically, is what we're hearing. But outside of that, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the amazing things that are happening at OneRail? Give us an idea of what's going on in your world.
Yeah, it's been a busy year. We talked at Manifest, and since Manifest, we launched a product called Inventory Visibility.
Okay.
And what it's doing is it's helping retailers and distributors eliminate product shrink. Now, there's a lot of inventory that's turning up missing, and we commissioned a study to understand just how much. And based on that, we decided to build a product that tracks from first to last mile, right down to the SKU level. So we announced that at the Gartner conference about a month ago. And today's a very special day, big milestone day for OneRail. We're announcing an acquisition today.
Oh, wow. Are we able to, talk a little bit about that today, or is it kind of just a little under wraps still?
Oh, we could talk about it.
We can talk. We just
amongst friends.
All right, there we go. Amongst friends.
Yeah, we're excited. So we're announcing today here at the show that we've acquired OrderBot. And OrderBot is a distributed order management platform that also has inventory and product management capabilities. And if you put that with OneRail, we can start doing things that nobody's really done before, which is decide which store to pick from. Because I don't know if you've ever had this happen as a customer. You go through the shopping experience and it says, oh, you're trying to buy 10 items, but one of them's not in stock or one of them's not available. The reason that happens is the order management system is specifically picking inventory from the store closest to you. That's how they're provisioned. And what we're going to do is look at the whole market. We're going to look at there's 20 stores in the market, which ones have full inventory. Maybe only 5 stores have full inventory. And then with our transportation, we can minimize the fulfillment cost so the retailer doesn't lose the sale. So they're not doing a split order where they're having to do 2 or 3 deliveries to get that product to you. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah, it sounds like an amazing opportunity that's going to really help OneRail to absolutely scale and grow and develop in all new ways.
But it does. I mean, we're really fortunate. We have some new customers coming on with the acquisition. Staples Canada, super high volume. It also establishes OneRail more in Canada than we are today. PetSense, which is a division of Tractor Supply. So we have some really good tier 1 customers that are coming over. But you know what? The team's amazing. They're going to infuse our team. We've spent the last 5 years, learning all we can with our customers on how to make last mile efficient. But the only way to make last mile more efficient than we have is to go up the order,
Oh,
up
absolutely.
the order stream.
Absolutely. No, I think that's really smart and excellent that you all see the opportunity and that the opportunity is there to grow, scale. So, I mean, it's wonderful. You guys are in a great position.
You know, there's not one retailer that's not trying to put forth a better customer experience. There's not one retailer that doesn't want to expand their top line or their bottom line. And that's really what the sum of our solution does. It expands top line revenue. It makes sure that, you know, inventory in full is in that 97 to 99% range, not 85%, which is where a lot of retailers are. And it minimizes the fulfillment costs. So it really checks those boxes at a time the economy is kind of tough to grow a company.
Isn't it insane that the focus on inventory hasn't been there as much for years and years? And now it's finally getting kind of the resolution point. I think that technology plays a huge part of that. I think that also innovation plays a huge part of that. I mean, how do you see some of that tech sort of influencing your business anyways?
Well, it comes back to putting the customer at the center of the universe. And when you do that, you can put forth an omni-channel strategy where you can fulfill from any store anytime, right? And that's the challenge. A lot of the inventory is sort of siloed in an inventory system, and then there's the OMS. We have a fully coupled stack from inventory all the way up to delivery. And what's also nice is a retailer can keep their current system and put ours next to it. Because if you think about it, OneRail sits next to a lot of TMSs. This order management system could sit right next to an established order management system, but solve that transportation problem and the store decision. So for us, our growth is entirely driven by our customers and their problems. Yep. If we're not solving their problems, we don't get to grow.
Yep.
And so that's my job, right? Is to keep figuring out how to solve more problems, get better at what we're doing. But inventory, order management, these are things that are very, very legacy, as you said. And the innovation is really triangulating transportation and inventory at the same exact time.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Fascinating.
Kareem, so Kareem, I'm going to call an audible here, and we're not going to do the hot seat segment because it's unfair to Bill because he can't hear me. So what we'll do is
if you want though, I've got the 3 questions here. If you wanted to start the timer, then we could try to put Bill in the hot seat because he's in the seat.
All right, let's do that. But also remind Bill that his associates are current champions at this point. Remind Bill that his associates are the current champions at this point.
Oh, yes. So Richard is basically saying that your team are the current champions of the hot seat segment after all the different shows that we've done where they've gotten the closest to being within 5 minutes or closest to 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's after every single show with, all kinds of business leaders and so on. So right now, OneRail is reigning champs. So
that's a lot of pressure.
I'm just saying you all already have the crown, so there's nothing to lose. I meant to say it in that way.
I can only mess it up.
No, you can't mess it. OneRail's already in first place.
You only need to lead a race on the last lap.
Well, let's assume that we're going to have a nice balancing ideology between what Bill is saying and what I'm saying. So we're gonna start. When you put your finger up, you tell me to go, and then we'll go, and then Bill will just take his time. It's closest to 5 minutes, right? Not under, like how fast it is. Even if you're over by 2 seconds, you can still be close to 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Okay.
So you let us know when you're ready to go, and then we can go for it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
On. How do you foresee the integration of OrderBot's inventory and order management capabilities with OneRail's existing last mile delivery solutions, transforming the overall fulfillment process for your clients?
So it starts with, we just went through a big branding exercise. The name of the platform is now OmniPoint, very purposely, right? Because it's enabling omnichannel commerce. By having visibility to inventory, what we're able to do is triangulate a decision, almost like a financial payment happens just like that.
Yeah.
That decision isn't one where you can pick up the phone. You have to be able to understand in a geography, right, where there's many locations, which a lot of our customers have thousands of stores, hundreds of stores. You need to be able to make intelligent decisions. So imagine at first, it's order of operations. The first thing you need to know, where's the inventory and how much is there? And once you understand that, you can start running rate shopping on transportation against that to say, of the 5 stores, store 5 is going to fulfill at the lowest cost and on time. Right now, we just get to ask the order. And quite frankly, a lot of customers, not a lot, but there's a cart abandonment that happens if they don't have the inventory at that one particular store that the legacy inventory system is telling it to pick.
All right. I can understand that. Very good points. Question 2, in what specific ways will this acquisition enhance the customer experience for retailers and product distributors using OneRail's service?
Major problem is cart abandonment for retailers. You know, this is the bane of their existence. And abandoned carts happen for a variety of reasons. Out of stocks is a big reason. Another is delays and back orders. So imagine having a more seamless experience. You don't have to abandon the cart because there's logic that says, hey, we have 20 stores we can get this to that customer today, because that's the third part of the triangle. First is inventory, the second is transportation, customers number 3. Their preferences mean everything. Because in omni-channel commerce, you put the customer at the center. So for them, it's on time, it's in full, it's at a low cost, and it's aligned with their preferences.
Okay. Question number 3. Can you elaborate on how this acquisition lines up with OneRail's long-term mission?
Our long-term mission is to provide really fluid fulfillment at the most dependable, lowest cost possible. I've said it for a few years now. We're going to continue to go up the order flow. I don't know if we'll go much further, beyond this. This is pretty far up there, but we're looking at returns already. We do returns, but we don't have really a robust return solution. So for OneRail, we're looking at it in 4 quadrants. Connect gives you visibility, executes transportation, fulfill is what we just acquired with OrderBot, and return. Those 4 things make up omni-channel commerce, and all of our products align around that circle.
It's beautiful. How did we do? 3 questions. How did we do?
He's very efficient.
Very efficient. That means that he was under.
Very efficient.
Under 5 minutes.
Yes, he was under, but very efficient.
Under, but very efficient. So point being is you were quick on the answers, but you may not have been as close to 5 minutes as your colleagues. But that still means, but you know what? As CEO of the company, you got to be efficient. So I think
You're making me look good here. They did a better job.
No,
We'll just give it to them.
you did a good job in a different way. Let's put it that way.
Now, Kareem,
But we're really honored to have you with us on the show today, and very exciting news about everything that's happening with the acquisition. You obviously had a busy show here for 2 days. We're going to be talking about a lot of the innovations that you're doing at OneRail. We're always excited to be talking with you guys and your group. Your company is growing and expanding in so many countless ways, which is wonderful. How can people sort of find out more about the company or get in touch? Why don't you tell our audience a little bit about it?
You can always reach us at onerail.com. That's the most efficient way. You can read about the acquisition there. You can also see, all facets of our product solution. So between there and of course, LinkedIn is always good, but our website's pretty robust. You can sign up, see a demo. There's even a value calculator to help you understand your ROI.
Perfect. And I'm obviously, I know Richard always asks, I'm at theatlasnetwork.com and on LinkedIn, as Bill sort of said here. And Richard, you can feel free to let everybody else know a little bit about where to find more on the Supply and Demand Show. But again, honored to have Bill here. Sorry, the audio wasn't as perfect as it could be, but we're all pros here. We know how to make it work. So we did. Take us out, Richard.
all right. Hey, Kareem, one more question.
Go on. One more question.
One more question. I asked Bill before, cats or dogs, right? Remember that?
He asked you cats or dogs before. Hold on.
Right. Meat or vegetables?
Meat or vegetables? Meat or vegetables?
It's meat.
It's meat. It's meat.
If I was stranded on an island and all I had was vegetables, I could probably live on eggplant. I love eggplant.
Really?
But it's
Okay.
it's meat.
It's meat for
All
sure.
right.
Yeah, well, we got to get to a good steakhouse here in Philadelphia. I already been scoping it out to see where to go. And last night, by the way, I'm sorry, I do have to do a little derailment for a second. As soon as we got to town, went straight to Pat's Steaks and had a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
So just to let you know,
Very
we went
cool.
right there and did the Philadelphia thing at whatever time it was. They're open 24 hours a day. It was late. But and if you haven't had one here in town, you can definitely
Oh, that's shameless.
you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it, right?
All right, Kareem.
And anyway, so thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Bill, for all your time, and I'm sure it's going to be great opportunities ahead. We're really excited.
We appreciate all you do. You really do a great job opening up, under the covers of the business, founder, people that are making this work, like my team. So really appreciate what you do.
We're always happy to be working hand in hand with you all and learning more about everything that you have coming in the future too. Sounds good. Richard, take us out.
Thanks,
You
Richard.
bet. Thank you, Kareem. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and listening. And just a reminder that each week we'll have a very special guest on to continue our conversation in the fascinating world of global supply chain. And don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel and our LinkedIn channel at Supply and Demand Show. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.